So, come to the end of the road, and we made a promise. So let's finish this. Alright, Yuria. You and me. Versus one of the other bosses in the game. And this is probably, aside from Bloodborne, one of the best final bosses. Soul of Cinder. So, how do you make a boss unique? You give him multiple talents. As if he was everyone who would link the fire and continued the age of light. So, go on, Yuria. Curved sword style. With pyromancy. And the flip ring. Toxic. No, poison. Now Form 2. Which to anyone who played Dark Souls 1 will have a familiar tune. So where Gwyn was sort of kind of easy because of the parryable thing, you can't parry the Soul of Cinder. You can't fish for parries like you do with Gwyn. But he has Gwyn's moveset. And a few other things. So it's the wonder, why in God's name would you make a boss parryable? Like, in Bloodborne it makes sense. Because that's how the game works. We end this here now, Soul of Cinder. So, the boss is always tough, no matter what thing you bring it in on. I more or less brought Yuria in for story reasons more than ease of play reasons. And even then, he's still a tough fight. But yeah. Soul of Cinder, just on every level. Like, this area is superb. Down to the reminiscence of the first area in the game, to the swords being placed everywhere. It's all really well done. The music is good because it's split into two parts. We've got his actual theme and then a remix on Gwyn's theme. He's the best final boss they ever made because he's better than the original Gwyn. He's a hell of a lot better than the Chandra. And I'd say Gehrman's still a little better, but that's just me. But I can see other people saying that this boss is better.
Gracious.
And there's Anri with all the rest.
Make Londor whole.
And there we go. The end of the base game. As a base, it is quite good, I would say. I think it still doesn't touch the base quality of Dark 1 or Bloodborne. But I think also because there's so much of Dark 1 in this game, is part of the reason that it doesn't push past there. Like, there are some unique pieces in this game that they came up with, but a lot of it feels reminiscent of old stuff. That's not a bad thing. Sometimes they did quite a few things better. The final boss is pretty much better than any other final boss aside from Gehrman. Pontiff is a new version on Dark Lurker. There are things in this game that are really unique and really cool. And nuances on old ideas. To truly judge it, the nice thing is, unlike Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne, you get to choose. No, because we still have a lot of game left to go through. So, first, when you use Yuria, you get all her stuff, which is really nice, because this helm looks real good with the Lorien armor. Now, Soul of Lords, used to acquire numerous souls. Since Lord Gwyn, the first Lord of Cinder, many exalted lords have linked the first flame, and it is their very souls that have manifested themselves as a defender of the flame. For this, you can unlock Gwyn's ultimate weapon, the Sunlight Spear. The spear that he used to take down the Archdragons. Or you can get the Bonfire Sword, the Firelink Greatsword. The Lords of Cinder linked the first flame, and this greatsword was wielded by their deific manifestation. This coiled sword, found thrust in the bonfire, existed long before the throneless lords themselves. Although this sword kinda sucks, so we will not be buying it. And I have not the power to use Sunlight Spear. But there we go. The other thing that we can do now is purchase the Soul of Cinder's armor. Helm of the Soul of Cinder, deific manifestation of the Lords of Cinder who linked the first flame. It resembles a knight's helm, but bears hideous burns and contortions, a misshapen crown that can be seen upon its rear. It exists as a symbol of the great lords and the noble act of linking the fire, though it is no more than an empty husk. So, it is kind of similar to a combination of the Lothric and the Alva set, which I find pretty cool. But anyways, we did it, ladies and gents. We came to the end of our story. At least the base game story. There's a little left to learn with the next piece, but we will cover that next time.